Well, welcome to my first quick riddle challenge, and this first riddle is a very old riddle. In fact, it's about 2,500 years old, and it goes all the way back to ancient Greece. In ancient Greece there was a city called Thebes, and outside the city walls there was a cave, and in the cave there lived a monster. It was a grotesque creature, very unusual. It had a lion's body, and it had wings like an eagle, and it had a tail a bit like a serpent or a snake, and it had a woman's head. And this monster was called the Sphinx, the Greek Sphinx. We sometimes think of the Sphinx from Egypt, but this was the Greek version of it. And she would come out of her cave, and when she saw travellers, she would go up to them and she would challenge them with the riddle. And if the travellers didn't get the riddle, if they couldn't find the answer, that was the end of them. Even the king's son had been killed by this Sphinx. And so the king had said, if anyone will go up and challenge the Sphinx and find the answer to her riddle, because if you can find the answer to her riddle, that will be the end of her. But nobody wanted to do it, because nobody had guessed the riddle, until a young man called Oedipus decided that I'll do it. And he went up to the Sphinx and she leered at him and she gave him the riddle. And this is the riddle. Which creature walks on 4 legs in the morning, on 2 legs at noon, and with 3 legs in the evening? And Oedipus had a think, and he knew the answer, the correct answer. And when he gave the Sphinx the correct answer, she was so angry and enraged that someone had finally guessed her riddle that she threw herself off a cliff. And that was the end of the Sphinx, and Oedipus became the king of Thebes. Question is, what was the answer? Would you be brave enough to go up and challenge the Sphinx? And if you did challenge the Sphinx, would you know the answer to her riddle? Do you know the answer? Well, if you do, let your teacher know you got it. And I'll tell you the answer in my next riddle challenge video.